Hi, Aaron here from howtosing.com, and I want to talk to you about how to sing vibrato. What is it, first of all? Vibrato is basically, it's an oscillation between two pitches. So oscillation, just basically going back and forth between two pitches at a pretty high rate. In fact, the six oscillations per second is actually right around where you want it, because otherwise you have what's called a wobble. When you go too slow, it's like and then if you go too fast, it's more like a machine gun. It's like you don't want that either. So it's somewhere kind of right in between there. Now, how do you do it? I think the best way to do it is actually through mimicking other things. But let me just say, first of all, that less is more with vibrato. Once you do get it, I think that less is certainly more, depending on what style of music you do. Obviously, with opera and classical music, there's a lot more. It's a lot more pronounced, and it's like on every syllable practically, and that's fine. But with more like pop and top 40 and even R&B and a lot of the styles that I'm guessing you'd be more interested in singing, less is more. It's more of an accent. It's more of a coloring than anything else, I think, where it sounds good. So it happens when you have relaxed chords, first of all. So a big part of it is just relaxing your voice. It is part of a natural overflow of a healthy voice, but that doesn't mean it necessarily just comes naturally. It is something that you can control, but when you try to control it too much, when you try to force it, that's when you get kind of the wobble or the tremolo. It is not a bouncing of the stomach, the something like that. Although that can be a way to begin to transition into an actual vibrato, which is what I mean when I say kind of the mimicking. If you mimic, say, like a car starting, like a car that won't start very well, and you can kind of actually, when you mimic that, you get your voice in a way that it begins to get the feeling of the oscillation. Even though that's not necessarily vibrato, it kind of starts creating some muscle memory of how to actually do vibrato. Another one from car starting is also like mimicking, like when kids like mimic a ghost, they're like, ooh, kind of that sound is actually a good beginning to start to learn vibrato too. So through mimicking these things, even mimicking opera, I remember as a kid, I didn't understand opera, so I would mimic it and be like, oh, whatever. And through all that mimicry, you could actually begin to develop an authentic vibrato. So hopefully that helps. Some tips to kind of get you around in that direction. I think even like a real kind of subtle vibrato, I think, is kind of best anyway. Something that's not just like big and pronounced, but just like something like kind of just slipping it in there, I think is really good. Anyway, I'm at howtosing.com. As I said, the link is actually right below, and there's a lot of other tips and tricks in there, that a lot of free articles and just good information that could help you out if you want to come click over there and check me out. I also put up a video about how to sing high notes. It's about a 10-minute video, kind of packed with information about how to sing high notes, but how to specifically sing high notes without strain, which is really the problem with high notes. So go ahead and click on the link below, or check me out at howtosing.com, and I'll see you there.